Again, I would like to welcome everybody to PitchForce. A little bit about how this event is going to be run and how it came to be. I started PitchForce about 2 years ago. As many of you know, my day job is I run a recruiting company, a headhunting company that works with early stage high-tech startups. I've also been an angel investor for the past 13 years. And I thought there was a real need for early stage companies to have an opportunity to pitch to VCs and angels and get feedback from them. Have questions, ask, and get feedback from them. And we've had great success with this program, and so we're so happy that we've got 9 wonderful companies that are going to be pitching tonight, either their 4-minute PowerPoint or their 1-minute elevator pitch. And what will happen is, after the pitches, after the full pitches, the panel will ask questions, and not everybody will get to ask a question to give feedback every time because we've got 5 judges, but we'll give you about 4 minutes. You'll have about 4 minutes of questions, and then 4 minutes of feedback. Non-rebuttal feedback means we're literally going to take the microphone away from you so you cannot say, yeah, but you weren't paying attention. As I said, you weren't listening. So that doesn't happen in non-rebuttal feedback. And we're also short on one mixer tonight. There's a problem with the mixer, so we're going to make it work with one mic. So I know that we can do that. We could not do this program without our sponsors. And sponsor from day one, founding sponsor, is Eric Ferraro with Fathom Law, and I would like to have Eric introduce himself and talk a little bit about Fathom Law. Eric?
Thank you. All right, the next. So I'm Eric Ferraro. I'm the principal and founder of Fathom Law. Fathom is an exclusive boutique law firm focused on the representation of just the best emerging growth technology companies and venture investors and the other technology industry ecosystem around it. So we represent other private equity firms and financiers that specialize in venture debt, and some other agencies and other firms that sort of serve the technology industry. So we're really just focused on tech and what's ultimately a pretty small ecosystem. I have been a founder of a couple of technology companies. The most recent one was a digital media company that my partners and I sold to Sony in 2012. I've raised a lot of money for companies. I do some angel investing. I obviously have represented hundreds of technology companies from formation through exit. And so my team and I really come to the representation of tech companies with a very multidisciplinary focus. We understand that legal best practices are important, but they also have to be balanced with raising capital and getting business done. And I think we work really well with our clients because a lot of us have been entrepreneurs multiple times as well. We try to approach the process of working with our client companies much in the way that a venture capital firm does. So we have a small portfolio, we're a relatively small firm. We try to really think carefully about who we work with. We take a lot of time to get to know the team and understand the market opportunity. And we believe that the long-term payoff is going to be best if we work really closely with you and help you in a much more integrated way than I think most of the law firms do with their startup companies, because it can be hard to work with startups for a big law firm. So rather than take a volume approach to it, we take a very sort of small portfolio, deep dive approach, and it pays dividends, and we've had really good success, and I think our clients enjoy it. So if any of you want to talk to us about the potential of working together, come see me during the break or afterwards. So let's talk to you. Thanks.
Thanks, Eric. I'd now like to introduce Mark Hampton of the Halo Agency. Mark has worked with many of these companies on their pitches. He does a great job. He does a great job for early stage startups with marketing. Mark, come on up and say hello. Let's have a nice welcome for Mark, please.
Like Eric, I've been involved with PitchForce right from day one. I have to say it's fantastic every month to get the chance to work with the companies that come through and hopefully help them improve their pitches. In terms of who we are, Halo is a bunch of very experienced marketing professionals. We've worked over the years, have lots of experience working with big brands like Microsoft, IBM, Oracle, Facebook, Amazon, and a whole bunch of others, as well as literally hundreds of startups. But we decided to set up a new agency that was focused on delivering all of that skill and experience to early stage technology companies. And to do it in such a way where we can give them access to those, to all the experience, but where they can buy it in bite-sized chunks. And what we do everything from all of the high-level strategy work, so the high-level marketing strategy, messaging and positioning, help companies work out who they really want to be and how they want to express themselves to the world, and then help them implement it across all of the different pieces of the marketing mix, everything from public relations and social media through to demand gen. And let's say do it in an on-demand fashion. If that sounds at all interesting, come over and say hello and I'll be here all weekend. Thank you.
1,400 accredited angel investor members. We typically look at companies that are a little bit later stage that have already raised about $500,000 to $1.5 million and are looking to raise their Series A or Series B. We do look at a few seed stage companies, so if you're interested, please see me after.
At this point, I want to have one more panelist not introduce himself, but talk about this facility because he's the guy that founded this incredible, wonderful incubator called Runway, and that's Alan Young. Alan, if you could say a few words, please, about Runway.
Hi folks, welcome to Runway. Runway was opened in January 2013, so it's been about 16 months now. We are now home to over 85 startups. The first 14 months, 5 companies were acquired out of Runway for about an average of $45 million each. Google Ventures is an investor in several startups at Runway. Sequoia is an investor of a startup at Runway.
Streamline Ventures is as well.
Which one? Oh my goodness. How cool is that? This guy is amazing. So, if he's here at Runway, if he's investing at Runway, then you should follow. What else? It's just, this place is a really cool community of great startups. You get to be sandwiched between Twitter and Yammer. There's a lot of great food around here. It's just a cool place. Thanks.
Thanks, Alan. And one more quick commercial for People Connect, my business. We are the most unique recruiting firm in the country. How can I say that? Easily. Because we are the only company that has a model that we call employees without paychecks. We find people who will work without a paycheck for the first 3 months, people who work for equity or stock or equity plus commission until the company gets funding. So if anybody's looking for somebody and they say, boy, as soon as we raise $500,000, we need to bring in a world-class VP of business development, or we need a technical founder who's run a non-technical founder. So there's a technical founder with a great idea, but he's never built a real business before. We can help in situations like that. So come see me or shoot me an email. I'd love to talk to you about it. Okay, so on to the business. I am going to call off the names of the 5 companies who will do their full pitches. This is not in the order that they finished of voting, but this is the order they will present. Option, administration. 2 will be trade labs, 3 in your class, 4 louder, and 5 flyer. So what that means is, and in this order, I want to have these 4 companies come up here. They're going to do their 1-minute elevator pitch. They'll go in this order, so if you guys can stand here so we can get through it quicker, that would be great. Couple-wise, Mark, you want to come up here? Belly Baloo will be 2nd, Trust Central will be 3rd, and Visagy will be 4th. So Mark, come on up, and let's have a nice welcome for Mark Bradley with Couple-wise.
Okay, relationship technologies is couple-wise. The problem that we're addressing is the relationship between 2 people. And after the euphoria wears off, reality sets in. And in this country, we've got a 41% divorce rate, and we've got the rest of the people anywhere from unhappy to happy, but a lot of people in that state. What Couplewise does is helps those people to find that relationship that they had before. We have a web and mobile-based program that is engaging, it's interactive, it helps people get back on stream talk, learn how to speak to each other with compassion and empathy, learn how to listen. We have some beta users. We're in beta state right now, it's about half finished. We're looking for about $750,000 to get through the next 6 months and to complete the unit and do our soft marketing launch.
You're out of time, Mark. Thank you very much. Let's have a nice hand for Mark.
I've talked to a few who have baby. And what's the most important relationship they have during that pregnancy is with your OBGYN. And what is one of the most important moments that you had other than the birth of your baby? And that was having your sonogram when they put the jelly on the belly. And they looked and you saw your baby or your child for the first time. We are taking something that is a digital, from a paper, flimsy paper, and putting it in a digital image that you can share with your social network and others. We're building a platform and an infrastructure for that. Right now we're raising $3 million to bring on our team, to bring out an international market. We already have thousands of moms that have signed up, and we've shared over 140,000 images within mostly in New England. Thank you.
We're capitalizing on new needs for fraud detection, fraud prevention with digital transaction signing, but more importantly, we're addressing the going paperless problem once and for all. Because for over 10 years, banks have been trying to solve the going paperless problem, and other companies have been trying to solve it, and only 40% of customers have ever gone paperless. 60% still get paper. So our application that goes on a customer's device allows him to receive his digital statements securely, encrypted. He's the only one who can get it. He can do digital transaction signing. He can do digital signatures. It saves a huge amount of money for the banks. This is my 5th tech startup. I sold my last one to Intuit. Our Chief Technology Officer is highly experienced and delivers PKI solutions. Our Director of Cryptography also invented the digital signature algorithm DSA.
You're out of time. Thanks, man.
I'm Randy Whiting. Visagy is an interactive video platform designed specifically for the franchise industry. Now, why franchising? 760,000 franchise enterprises in the United States. A lot of people, a huge amount of business, unique communications needs and requirements that they need video to be able to facilitate communications between the franchisor, the brand, and the franchisee independent businesses. And that's what we do, is designing a complete platform to solve that problem. We launched our first product about 6 months ago. We have deep content and contacts within the franchise industry. Our team comes from e-commerce as well as video and the franchise business. We should do about $300,000 to $400,000 in revenue over the next 12 months. We're targeting to be at a $20 million business within the next 5 to 6 years. We believe that we can do that. We're raising a $750,000 round to be able to create new products and technologies that are related to specific revenue opportunities that have been given to us from our franchise partners in the industry.
Thank you. So here's what's going to happen now. We have a task and you have a task. Our task is I'm going to come up here, I'm going to ask the panelists to come up here, we're going to talk and decide which of these 4 companies we want to join the other 5. So rather than you just sitting there, your task is to meet somebody that you don't know. So say hello, introduce yourself to somebody you don't know.
Called Globespan Capital, and we built it to about $1.2 billion under management, invested in about 150 companies. Along the way, I've also been an angel investor. I've invested in about 75 companies personally. So in total, over 200 companies with investment experience. My focus at Streamline Ventures is on business applications and for the most part. Developer-oriented, small and medium business as well as large business, and I focus on extreme scale models. So one of the know-hows I guess I could bring to the table for companies is around these unorthodox distribution techniques that get companies to very large scale with limited amounts of capital. Thank you. Want to give it to Alan?
Well, my background is in venture capital too. I was part of a small group of guys that launched a $20 million venture fund when we were undergrads. We made 15 investments and have had 4 IPOs. I've been a co-founder of a technology company that ended up pivoting into advertising technology, and it was acquired by Rakuten. I'm a alum of Y Combinator. That company failed, and I'm currently founder of one. Thanks.
Thank you, Al. So two things. Number one, the judges are going to vote on a scale of 1 to 5 after each presentation. 5 is high, 1 is low. We will keep track. They look like that. Thank you. Yeah.
This is the best numbers we've had in all years.
Thank you. Okay. So the other thing, the carrot for the companies presenting, at least one and possibly two will get meetings with the VCs, with Javelin or with Streamline. So that's something.
Yeah, I wasn't told that.
Yeah, you were. You didn't read it. You can even have two if you want. We had a company pitch here about 4 months ago. Mitchell Kurtzman from Hummer Windblad was here, and they ended up investing in that company. It doesn't happen often. I mean, the purpose of this is to get feedback from these guys and hopefully get a meeting. And we hope that happens tonight. So, let's see, who's pitching first? Option admin. So let's hear it for Ben. Ben, come on up. You got 4 minutes. Let's have a nice welcome for Ben.
Is there a timer I can? All right. Option admin. We are an equity management solution. We're an equity management platform. We have over 50 plus clients that are on our platform right now. You probably know some of these guys, but we have some pretty marquee name clients that are using our solutions, such as Airbnb, ModCloth, BAM, GitHub, Pure Storage, Nutanix. We have over 2 million, we broke our first quarter Q1 of 2014 at over $500,000 in revenue, so we've got about a $2 million revenue run rate, and we are profitable. Problem. Companies right now, it's a nightmare to manage their capitalization table. If you have more than 20 employees, it's really a bear to calculate their investing, what's unvested, their stock options, getting all the paperwork. The solution, Option Admin is a single platform. We actually are one comprehensive solution that allows the company to manage their employees, their shareholders, and the entire equity ecosystem. So employees can log in, see their equity position. The company can log into the system and view all of the grant paperwork, exercise paperwork, manage equity transactions such as tender offers and liquidity events. It's a platform for the entire equity ecosystem. The product, we're modular based, so we have separate modules. We have a stock admin module, we have an employee shareholder portal, the employees can log in, we have a cap table module, we have a tax reporting module, a tender offer module. All these modules allow us to expand our revenue channels. You don't have to be on our platform 100% to utilize one of our products. You can be on a competitor's platform or bolt on one of our modules. We call that wedging, where we get our foot in the door and we're able to win the business. The addressable market, we feel locally in the U.S., it's about 400 million market. These are conservative numbers. They don't include our secondary liquidity potential, as well as wealth management and transactional fees that we can charge. This is purely on our SaaS basis. The leadership team, myself, I come from a Big Four background. I was at Ernst & Young. I'm a technical accounting expert when it comes to equity. We've got some technical experts on our team as well. Our CTO came from Sun, and our COO has started and sold several companies. Our main competition right now is E-Trade. How we differentiate from them is they really focus on the public companies. We go downstream to the private companies and beyond. Solium is another one of our competitors. We also have products that focus on today's market, so liquidity solutions, 10b5-1, other modules that really address the current needs of companies in this space. Our go-to-market strategy, we currently rely on referrals, so we have no sales and marketing effort. So at a $2 million run rate, that says quite a lot. Our only source of referrals right now is the Big Four and the big law firms. They're actually our #1 source of referrals. So if you can imagine, we're getting a lot of business from these guys. Our revenue, so again, our main source of revenue is SaaS software. We charge the companies a license fee. We also charge transaction fees on an employee exercise. Every time you exercise, cha-ching. We charge $35 per exercise. We have over 10,000 active users on our platform. So you can imagine those exercise transactional fees are becoming material to our business. Referral revenue, that'd be the wealth advisors trying to get access to our platform. With that many users and the companies we have over $20 billion of wealth on our platform. So you can imagine those wealth managers are trying to get into our user base. Estimated revenues, this is kind of just a nice visual for you to see kind of where we're estimating our revenues will be. We're being very conservative on the transactional fees and on the referral revenues. Those can really go through the roof once we get some partners there. Use of funds, sales and marketing, no formal sales and marketing effort, and we also looking to do public API as well as a self-freemium module.
And you're out of time. Okay, so keep the mic and stand back a little further so that the other judges can see you. And we'll start with questions, and judges, if you shout your questions out loud. Eric, please.